I am from Mesa, Arizona, US. At least that's where I was born. And I also grew up in California, so kind of between the two, but all West Coast cities. I grew up listening to a lot of soul music, a lot of R&B, Earth, Wind & Fire, the OJs, Marvin Gaye, Donny Hathaway especially, and of course Stevie Wonder, whose household didn't have Stevie Wonder. Well, they tell me I started singing at a very young age, even as young as 6 months. I don't know if I believe that, but as far as I can remember, I was probably about 2 or 3 when I started singing in front of my grandmother's church. I don't even know if I really had that moment where I decided I wanted to be a singer. It's just something I've always done. I listened to every single thing on the radio. I sang everything on the radio. I sang every single theme song to TV, and it's just something I've always done. So, I don't know, I think music just found me. Yes, I do write my material. I co-wrote a lot of the projects that I have with other various producers and songwriters. But when it comes to lyrics, I'm very big on saying something, so I feel like no one can really communicate what I want to say without me writing it. So yeah, I write all my music. Well, okay, I wrote on my grandmother's piano in her living room. It's still there. It's only there because of me, but that's because I'm the favorite. But anyway, I wrote a song on the piano. I don't have a name for it. Gosh, if I had to throw a year out, I would say, 77. Let's just throw one out there. But I also wrote a song that had lyrics and music in the 7th grade, and it was called Go. No one will ever hear that song, but that was the first song I wrote, and that was like 85. Wow, let's see. As far as projects, I put together a project probably about 12 years ago that will never see the light of day. But that was the first thing that I did, by myself as an independent artist. And then, I have Love Infinity, and then the Christmas EP, Christmas Child. And as far as features, I've done, I did a duet with Baron Peeler. It's a gospel project. That was the project that I worked with Shantae Moore, and oddly enough, the lead, I was demoing it for her, but then she decided that I should be the one singing it, and she did background. So what else? I've done duet with, not a duet, but I did backgrounds for Chico DeBarge, and gosh, I can't think of any other ones. I know there's more, but I can't think of them. Well, when preparing for my sophomore project, there's always this nervousness that everybody around you has, like, what are you going to follow it up with? And, I didn't have a real theme in mind, and basically I just decided that I wanted to, in a sense, thank those that had been so good to me. And also, the premise or the blueprint that I had for the project was just to put music on there that was good, that felt good to me. So I named it So Good to Me, and then I remembered that I had co-written a song some years ago called So Good to Me, which ended up being the lead single, which is the duet with Morris Allen. So the name of the album is So Good to Me. So there's 13 songs on the album. I had the fortune of working with two great artists on the song It's Alright. I had Rich Samir, who actually wrote the song. In that one case, I didn't write that particular song. I did all the vocal arrangements. And then, like I mentioned, So Good to Me was with Morris Allen. And so those are the two main artists that featured on the record. Oh, wow. So producers, I worked with Animate Inventions again. Keith W. Webb for Beat Mob Productions. I worked with Rymes Rui from Portugal. God, I don't want to forget anybody. Trying to scan through all the songs. Davia did the gospel track. I know I'm forgetting somebody. That's not good. This is awful. Oh, Truth Adams. Truth Adams did It's Alright. And then, so Keith W. Webb, Truth Adams. Oh my goodness. I think that's all. 'Cause I think that's 6 of them. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I sure hope not. But I think I'm forgetting somebody. But yeah, I had some really great producers on this project. Even if I can't remember the name of one of them, they were really good. Okay, and one more, Justin James for Just James Corp. He did say ooh. So yeah, I had some really great producers on this project. You can actually get my record on pretty much every digital outlet, primarily CD Baby, iTunes, Amazon. You can even go to my Facebook page on my fan page and go to the music store and get it directly from there as well. Yes, I do have a website. It's teritobin.com, TERITOBIN. You can also get me at Facebook. It's facebook.com/Teri Tobin, spaces. And on Twitter, it's Teri Tobin is here. And Instagram is coming. I just gotta figure out how to work it, but it's coming. Okay, so the one artist that I want to work with, or that I'm going to work with, is Jamie Foxx. He and I are going to do a duet. We might even start a movie together, who knows. But it's going to happen, and the reason why I chose him is because he's a great singer, and you know, his unpredictable liner notes, you know, are very they're very professional, you know, his six-pack and all. Yeah, that was really nice. Okay, so no, he's a great singer. He's very funny. I do plan for us to get married one day. And so, yeah, he's the person I want to work with. He has a great voice. I think our voices would sound really good together. And really, I think, I probably shouldn't put it out there, but I really think that he and I need to do a new rendition of A Star Is Born. And I would be the little starlet that, you know, starts getting her start, and he helps cultivate me into this big artist. And I think it would sell big numbers. So, you know, foxhole. Make it happen. That's all. I hope you can see the expression on your face. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Jamie. Want a song about it? Want to hear it? Here you go. Actually, I did write a song about him, but nobody will ever hear it. I might play it for him one day. I might, you know, on our wedding day or something. next question. Oh boy, I think I might have said too much. That's a loaded question because I would say, you know, you gotta keep pushing because there's gonna be a lot of haters. There's gonna be a lot of obstacles that you're gonna encounter, and it's easy to get discouraged, especially when you don't get the support that you know you'd hope to get. But you know, sometimes you just have to keep pushing. You have to keep believing in what you know you're supposed to do. I also believe in celebrating the small victories because, you know, if you compare yourself to other artists that are getting a certain amount of accolades or a certain number of support, you're kind of giving yourself a hard time to, you know, try to achieve that. And my thing is, we all have our own small victories, and I think we need to celebrate those. Mine was when I sold 2 CDs beyond what my family bought. You know, that was a victory to me. You know, I was like, I'm winning, you know, with 2 people. But, and of course since then it's been a lot more, but just, you know, all the different things that I've done, award recognition, to be nominated for, you know, Soul Track's new artist. I mean, that was a major milestone for me. And then just recently I finally heard myself on DirecTV. You know, people have been telling me it's there, but for me, to see it myself, it was like the moment on 5 Heartbeats when you hear yourself on the radio and you're, you know, going crazy. So I just think that if it means that you had a show and 10 people came, that's worth celebrating. You know, I also think you have to make a decision about what is your level of success, what you believe success is, because going into the game, people see artists making, you know, millions of dollars or selling a million records, but you know, when you're indie artists, you gotta crawl before you walk. So, you know, that goes in line with, you know, celebrating your small victories, because, you know, selling 100 units is major for someone like me, for instance, that doesn't have, you know, a marketing budget or, you know, those kind of things. So that's what I would say. Keep going, don't give up, and celebrate the small victories. So once again, you can find me on CD Baby, Amazon, iTunes, any digital outlet. If you want physical copies, you can get those from Amazon and CD Baby. As far as the verse, let's see. Trying to think of so good. First time that I saw you, babe, I said to myself, this could be the one. You always showed respect for me. First my friend and now my only one. And just when I had almost given up, you came and then you changed my life. And I just want the world to know you're the best thing in my life. You fill me up each day. You're in every breath I take. And I can tell you just why you're so good to me. Well, I need to be politically correct about this, but when it comes to current terrestrial radio, I think that they missed the boat when it comes to playing some of the artists that are making some really good music, really honest music. So from that standpoint, I don't even like listening to the radio anymore. Most of the stations I listen to are internet stations or Pandora or my own my own mix of music. But so from that standpoint, I think it's unfortunate that a lot of artists are not getting getting the push that some of these other artists that are being played 12 times in an hour. But as far as from the indie movement, I would say that we've come a long way. We've got a ways to go, but we've come a long way. We're getting, you know, the fact that we've had, you know, artists that are getting nominated for Grammys is a major, major deal. Because we basically were only underground, you know. So, and then thanks to social networking, we're able to put ourselves in places that we wouldn't ordinarily be, like the UK and various countries that wouldn't have the opportunity to know who we are. So I think from that standpoint, I could definitely say things are, you know, on the upswing when it comes to indie soul music. So I want to shout out all the DJs and presenters all over the globe who have embraced, you know, this music, and all the podcasters and, you know, all the people that really play my music and get it out to the masses, to the promoters and the booking agents that, you know, look out for me and put me on, you know, shows where I can continue to get, you know, more fans and more people to hear my music and be a part of my movement. Especially the listening audience, because, you know, without them, you know, I wouldn't be able to survive, really. They hit me up on Facebook and tell me the songs that they like and what their favorite one is or how they're relating to it, and that means so much to me that people are relating to my music, something that I birthed. To my family, they're very supportive. I could not do this without the support of them, and the ability to travel when I need to with an amazing support system, you know, is beyond words. Shout out to Darla Tobin Blakes, shout out to Stevie Soul, and again, a lot of my friends that have been with me along the way for this journey, who, when I gave up, they wouldn't let me stay down there. They kept encouraging me to keep going and not let my gift go to waste. And so shout out to God, man, because he's amazing. He really is.